What's up, guys? Coming to you from my new house. This is Rendered Reality. My name's Tyler, and this is Sean.
Live on location. We had to do some setup this morning. Had some technical difficulties. The Wi-Fi in Tyler's new house isn't working too good. You know, we're having some issues. The windows are kind of busted in. We're getting some breeze through that window over there.
Some stuff fell off the bookshelf over there. I don't know what's going on.
I believe this place may be haunted. I'm not sure, but
stop it. I can't.
We're just kidding. We're just kidding.
Anyways, yeah.
So we are together for one of the first, actually the second time ever that we've done a stream together.
That's true.
Yeah,
yep. When we hit 1,000 subs, we were together, which was really cool. Yeah.
Yep. So this is the second time, and we actually we are in Tyler's new house. We're actually in the basement, his unfinished basement that he's going to be doing a bunch of really cool stuff with and setting up for VR space and streaming and stuff. So it's going to be really awesome. But we got a really makeshift setup for this morning. So if you join our Discord, we did put a picture up of a little bit of what we had going on. So.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We've been going at it for probably 4 hours now, I think, trying to get everything set up. We don't even have furniture in this house yet, so it's kind of crazy, you know. But yeah. Yep, we got it going, so that's all that mattered. But.
And hopefully all of our audio and everything is okay. This is definitely a little bit different of a stream for us, so definitely let us know.
Yep, leave us a comment in the chat, too, if you guys are live. Just let us know. We'll try and correct that for you.
Yep.
But yeah, today we actually have the Cosmos
we do.
in hand. This is Sean actually got it. Didn't even tell me. It was kind of cool.
I didn't even open it, honestly. So this was expected to come on Thursday. We left to come back to Ohio Friday morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was supposed to be here Thursday. I was planning on doing maybe an unboxing or something video and testing it out. It didn't show up until like 8 or 9 o'clock that night from Amazon. So I haven't even opened it. We literally just took it out of the packaging box that it came in from Amazon.
I'm actually surprised. I was surprised how small it is. I will say that right off the get. I mean, coming out, I'm surprised how small the box really was.
So
it's like the size of the Quest, maybe. I'd say.
Maybe a little
bigger. I'm looking at it over there. Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about what other people have experienced so far with this, since we haven't got to try it out yet, and we'll probably do some video on it. Just we haven't got a chance to try it yet.
Yeah,
but
it does look cool.
There are some mixed reviews about it.
There are, but yeah, I'm excited to at least look through it before you take it back to Virginia. So.
Yeah, for sure. So Rizzle Rock said, sounds great, so we're coming through okay. That is good. And VR Spry Guy would like to know where you're hiding the meth in that busted down house in the beginning.
It's under the floorboards.
Yeah, it's probably everywhere. So
it's horrible. I like that house, man. You guys are busting my chops.
So I stopped at Sheetz on the way over here. We got a big box of coffee. We got our mugs. We are.
So actually, I need some now
already.
I do.
We just started.
I know.
So we will probably be filling some coffee throughout the show. That's for sure.
Yep, that's for sure.
Let me pull up my notes here. I don't know if we can get chat on here. Chat is not coming up there. So we will probably we'll try to keep an eye on chat as much as we can. We'll have it on Tyler's phone here.
Yep. That'll help.
Go ahead and pull up some notes here. A little discombobulated this morning, but so what do you want to start out with? I mean, we got a bunch of topics to get into. Some pretty cool stuff dropped this past week. Obviously, the Cosmos came out last week, so there's some stuff to talk about with that.
Yeah. I was kind of excited about these patents and stuff that dropped. I'm gonna say, I mean, Microsoft's working on some VR stuff. I mean, come on.
So,
I mean,
well, we kind of know they've been working on some stuff, and we have talked about on another show about some Oculus Rift S, possibly now some Quest maybe on the Xbox. We're still kind of expecting that. Last I heard from the same inside source that told us about it to begin with is that it was mixed up in some kind of litigation stuff. Right. So if that still is even true, if that's going to happen, I think we'll expect to hear some kind of VR announcement from E3. I think is what we're what we're looking at.
I'm sure when they drop the big announcements on Scarlet and stuff and all the big details about it, I would expect it then. If it was me, maybe not. I mean, it could be after the fact. I mean, PlayStation did good dropping their VR stuff, well into the the life of their console. So I mean, it's
I'm hoping E3.
I do too. I really
definitely hoping E3. But if you want to get into some of these patents. Let's see here. So this is the one patent that shows, this is basically something they were working on for a 6 degree of freedom controller. And in the image, the patent image, it just shows like a box. So, I mean, it's not really a controller that we can see or anything like that. But
it is some type of object that is tracking, with your hand movements in every direction. So we do know stuff like that. There were a little more detailed pictures of that, but they were kind of all the same. It just showed on different accesses and moving and scaling, twisting, stuff like that. So it is showing some, I don't know. Some people were calling it 6 degree of freedom. I think that actually may be what the patent says on it even too.
Yeah, I believe the patent did say something about 6 off.
Yep, so. I'm pretty sure. So it's, I mean, they're definitely doing it. Whether it's going to be now Windows Mixed Reality or
yeah,
you
we
know,
still
something.
don't know for sure what headset it's going to be, but
I know, but it is Microsoft. But see, I would be surprised though if they actually had a patent for something if they were using something else though. So that's a little odd to me, you know. That,
and we don't even know if it's actually going to be a controller for sure.
Correct.
You know, going off the images.
Could
and
just be software. I don't know if it's software. I don't know if it's listed on the patent.
I mean, it could be a different, kind of like a Vive tracker. You know what I mean? It could be some kind of Vive tracker that they're going to use with Xbox. I mean, I have no idea. But
absolutely, or a controller. It could be one of their controllers that's tracked.
Maybe they're.
It could be.
Yeah, it's hard
a
to
regular
say.
Xbox controller that has full.
And
tracking.
it is just a patent too. We know a lot of times patents they come out with patents, but the patents never actually turn into anything. It's just them playing around with stuff, covering their butts on. Yeah,
it's a placeholder.
So
I get it.
Yeah,
I know.
I think the one thing for me that was a little bit more interesting was this mat. Basically, they came out with this mat, and this is like a tactile feedback mat where it actually has feedback and stuff that comes through the mat, which is really cool. And my thought was you could almost even do a hot cold scenario. You know, if you use this without shoes, you know, barefoot or with socks, you could even do temperature change stuff with this thing.
You could. So yeah, you could. It's interesting though, because I feel something like this isn't going to be like a mass adoption kind of thing, just because of the space you have to have, probably the price for something like this.
Yeah, we don't know.
I think it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. But you know, they're showing it even in like a residential setup. So
right. And the other interesting thing is that thing on top of the TV.
I know. What is it? Yeah,
it sure does look like a Kinect to me. And we know people have been using the Kinect for body tracking, for full body tracking. People have that working.
But they kind of phased out Kinect, which was a great. It had really good high-end cameras and stuff in it. But I feel like but I feel like they phased that out. But are they going to bring maybe a next generation Kinect with tracking, and maybe that's how they're going to do it? I don't, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It would be awesome. I mean, it'd be awesome to have full body tracking with something like that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. And I think they've actually had people doing that with the Kinect already, haven't they?
Yeah.
There's have been some forms of that already. Yeah. So I'm sure, put the money like Microsoft behind it, and there you go. So
yeah. So, and I'm a big fan of the mat anyways. Like, I play in my play space, and the old house I had like the foam cutout, like a square foam cutout, because the room wasn't that big, and I could tell, I don't like boundaries, I don't like that stuff popping up and blocking, taking you out of the experience kind of. So I would rather have something on my feet that I can tell where I'm in the room. And in the new house I have a much bigger play space, so I just have a big carpet, and I know that as long as I'm on that carpet, I'm good.
Yeah, true.
If I feel it under my feet, I'm not going to hit anything.
Or if you hit the boundary of that, you're at the boundary of your space, basically. Yeah, I get that.
It works good. I mean, it's definitely an excellent idea, and something that would have some kind of tactile feedback, and it would be pretty cool. I mean,
it would be. It would be a game. Yeah, it's a different type of input now, so for the body. So yeah, it might work.
Right, and I don't know if this is going to be something that comes with their VR experience if they go this route, or if it's going to be an add-on device. Like,
it would have to be an add-on because not everybody has that amount of space. So
unless you can buy different sizes or something, I don't know.
Maybe, bundles or something.
Yeah,
sure, that could be.
Cool.
Yeah, gaming science teacher was saying this would be great for Dance Dance Revolution, which wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, oh my gosh, that would be
that's
amazing.
Basically what they had. They had a big mat for DDR, and that was Yeah, I don't know.
It would be crazy. Yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting stuff, and it just shows that
I'm glad
Xbox
to see
hasn't fully given up.
Correct. I just want to see that forward progression. That's all I care about, because they talked for the longest time about VR wasn't there yet. Well, they must feel it's there if they're putting out patents. They must be working on stuff and have stuff secured that they think they want to move forward with. So
I think we're going to see something, and they're going to have to step up. I mean, Sony has been killing it for a long time. They took so much market share from what Xbox could have had in the VR space. They talked about doing VR with the last Xbox One, whatever that was, the Elite.
The Xbox One X?
Yeah, the X, So, and then it never came. So I did want to say real quick to Alex VR. He said, "First time here. What's up, y'all?" So definitely thanks for joining us.
Definitely,
first time here. That's pretty awesome. So
yeah, it's the other one too. Is you talked about the Sony stuff, and did you have that picture of the? It was a what's that called? Market
analysis.
Yeah, market analysis of the amount of shares, or I don't know, was it based on money? I forget what it was.
It just says gaining on Sony. So basically it talks about Facebook's virtual reality is gaining on Sony. I think this is like based off of hardware sales, I believe.
Yeah, it says off VR devices. So yeah, it would be hardware.
So I mean, you can see it shows 2018 to 2019.
Right.
And it does show the gap from 2018, where the gap, the Sony has shrunk, and Facebook's Oculus, whatever, has gained a lot in 2019. And we know that's mainly because of the Quest. I mean, I'm sure that is a big. And I think a lot of people picked up a Rift S as well. That was their first headset, but I think
especially now. And this has to be pre to the link. So I mean that's a huge game changer. People are gonna make that decision now to jump on board a lot easier. Yeah. So that's even gonna go up, from now. So I think holidays coming up. Now don't get me wrong, the PSVR is gonna sell great on holidays. Anything console sells great around holidays.
Is it though? I mean, because PSVR has been out for so long, and everybody knows that new PlayStation is coming. It's a really hard time to buy the first PSVR in this market space, I think, because everybody know that's going to be on its way out now,
Right. I get that. Yeah,
so,
you're right.
I mean, I really think this holiday season is going to be all Oculus.
It's going to be a Quest holiday. It is. I agree. I know. As long as you can get them.
I mean, even this Vive port. I mean, this Vive Cosmos. I mean, it's, I don't know that that's really even going to be a big, because, I mean, there's so many complaints around it, that it's going to be hard. And it promises from the beginning. It promised to do something that the Quest is now able to do.
Right.
It talked about being able to tether that headset to a cell phone or something like that, and be able to have a mobile headset like what a Quest is, as well as plug into a PC and play PC VR games.
I know.
Well, the Quest does that now for $399.
I know.
I mean, that thing right there is $700.
Right. And what are you gaining?
And you still aren't able to do the mobile aspect yet. That still may be coming, but
I know. And then on top of it, accessories. So the more Quest is so hot, all these companies now are producing accessories and stuff. So the more accessories, the more customization, the more options, the more, you're going to want to go that route.
We even talked about that VR Energy battery pack for the Quest that we just did a video on. I had it sitting around here somewhere. I don't know. It was a disaster this morning. We've literally been working since like 7 a.m. to try to get everything up and running and working.
Yeah, if you do, look at the pictures over on our Discord. You would understand what we had to set up.
And that was like the final setup. So that was not even, we should have done some pictures throughout the process. But
I don't even want to think about it now. Yeah.
It was so busy and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But we're still hoping to see Oculus and Microsoft Xbox team up. I still think it's a good possibility. I think it would be in their best interest, even though they have the mixed reality headsets. I still think, being able to bring some of that Oculus library and stuff, some of them exclusive titles to the Xbox platform, it makes a lot of sense to me. But
I know.
Still, we're going to wait and see. But hopefully Xbox is not out of the VR game yet. Hopefully they're going to make a comeback.
I think they need to. I think they need to jump now. I think now is the time for them to get on board. I really do. Just where the technology is right now. That was their complaint. And it's all there.
Yeah.
I mean, and Oculus is doing it, and I don't see why
Especially
they don't.
if we can get wireless. We have the Link coming, but they've talked about the wireless PC streaming and stuff being a possibility. So if they can get that, by next year, I mean.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Alex VR was saying he bet PSVR does really well for holidays and stuff.
I mean, you got to figure a lot of people still have the PlayStation 4, so there's probably a lot of people that are hearing so much talk about VR now. Like, I know. It is really gaining some momentum, and so that might still be, a good way for them to get. You
already have games that may be VR compatible even too.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, and they might even have some sales because you think Sony might want to blow out some of these PSVRs. They bundle stuff,
absolutely.
Get rid of some of their stock for the new stuff that's going to be coming. And we're not really expecting a new PSVR headset maybe next year, possibly, but we know we're going to get the console. But
we know they're going to do it, but
and you'll still be able to use that headset with the PS5. They've talked about that, so maybe
I don't know if that's a good decision or not. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I think it's a good decision because they're not going to alienate all the people that already have bought into that, and if they're not going to come out with a headset right off the bat, it would be best to have something that's still going to work.
Right, because you can play right off the get-go. I just don't want it to limit it with like the controller usage and stuff like that. They definitely do.
They got to change them controllers.
I know, and I feel bad actually for people on PSVR that haven't experienced different controllers because a lot of people haven't. One headset, that's all you're probably going to purchase. So if you haven't tried those, you don't really, I don't think, know the difference. If you bought a Vive when it came out initially, the wands were all you knew, so they became natural to you. And I couldn't. I tried them once, and that was the last. I mean, it was a big difference for me going to the touch
controllers still seem natural to me. I mean, it's still almost hard for me to use my index controller sometimes because the touch just feels so right to me.
I agree. I know. It's I totally get it.
Since we're talking about some of this technology stuff and stuff that people are working on, let's just stick with that and talk about this new skin stuff, which is artificial skin.
I know.
That is kind of a tactile feedback device as well, which is
it's just in development right now, but they feel that there could be a huge use for it in VR.
Yeah.
And I mean, this
I can't
would
even
be.
Imagine.
I know.
mean, that's because this isn't using the vibration that we're used to.
Right.
This isn't using the the force feedback and a vibration sense. This is actually a moving.
It's crazy.
I mean, it would feel. I mean, Yeah, I can only imagine.
I know.
Like,
It's like a tightening. Yeah, it would be.
I mean, it would feel like something is touching you.
But this is how you could use gloves. I mean, this is absolutely how you could use gloves. And I think it's definitely, I mean, we're to that point, that's going to be one of the next, I think, big steps with controllers will be gloves. But I still prefer a controller. Coming from gaming and stuff, I prefer a controller because I want that feedback. I want the triggers I can be super sensitive with. And
what about a controller with a glove? Like, what about if say you're using a touch controller
and picked up a controller?
Say you're using a touch controller and they have this in a glove and it hits the inside of your hand when you say you're shooting a gun and it gives
okay, I got another one.
The back of your
what
hand.
if you had a controller and had an actual gun or a mock gun or a toy gun, let's say, could you just use that and it would know when you pulled the trigger? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or what if they built controllers with this skin built into the controller?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it could be, right. Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
It is, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
But it's gone, and we're seeing these huge, big steps, and it takes time. All this stuff does take years to
and who knows where this even came from? Like, I don't know if this was being worked on for VR, or if this was just some other kind of thing they were working on, and they're like, well, this would work great in VR.
That's how a lot of big things can happen in technology, but yeah.
So it says the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology have invented an ultra-thin second skin that can deform and adapt to your moving body. The skin is designed to give you touch feedback that feels natural without using electronic vibration. It says this could be the breakthrough that VR headsets have been missing.
I know. Petri dish. Some of these comments.
Are they growing skin in the Petri
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
It's pretty
Chat
cool,
kills
though.
me sometimes.
I know.
Sorry, I'm watching it over here, not you.
Yeah, it says that they can offer touch feedback in real time at 100 hertz frequency.
Jeez.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely a possibility of something that could really change the game. I mean, it's that Ready Player One. I meant to grab that clip.
Sure.
Actually, I was going to show that clip in Ready Player One where he first gets that haptic boot suit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he goes into the club, and Artemis like runs her hands up him, and she's like, "Do you feel that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I feel that." Like,
yeah, I do.
I mean, that we could be headed there.
That's going to be a moment for everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
because I mean, something like this is going to feel way more real than just the vibrations through the suit.
Sure will. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I'm thinking just gloves, but could you imagine a whole suit? Oh my god.
Well, the only problem with that is just the barrier to entry. The fact of having to put that on is a pain in the butt.
Sure.
I mean, if you're just going in for a quick play session, most of the time you're not going to want to put that on. But I mean, if you're playing, a game where you're getting lost in it for hours and hours, which some of these games coming out, are going to be a big, like lo-fi, in the lo-fi world.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, it would be incredible.
Oh yeah. Unless he adds that strip club, then I know where everyone's going to be in there. Actually, he did pretty good on it. Let's see. He even said that one of the goals he was just shy of, I think one of his stretch goals.
It was, I think, 90,000.
Yeah,
US.
he was going to still push, I think.
So that was for the casino.
Right.
It was for the casino and robot fights. And he was just under 90,000. So last I heard, he said that he was still going to do the casino.
Just at least the casino.
So the casino was still going to be in there.
Which is awesome.
Good. Yeah.
That's really cool. Because just the stuff you can go and waste time doing that alone. Oh, man.
I remember one of the car games. It might have been Test Drive Unlimited.
Yep.
They had a casino in there.
Yep,
I would go in there a lot just to try to win. Because you could win cars in the casino and stuff for the game
parts,
and money. I would
whatever.
do that. It was cool, yeah.
I get it. I know, it's crazy.
It was fun.
I might actually ask you for a refill. At the coffee shop. It's kind of nice.
We need a barista. I mean, where's the baristas at?
She's upstairs. Yeah, we could try and talk my wife into delivering us coffee maybe, but I don't think she would. She's busy right now, so we have so much going on right now at the house. So if you do hear any banging and stuff, she's probably cleaning and unpacking, moving stuff.
All kinds of stuff, so.
Yep, I feel bad.
But we had to make the show happen. So what about Post Malone?
Oh, yeah.
How about another concert?
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's really pretty cool. This is going to be in Oculus Venues.
Awesome,
Did I write the date down? I sure hope I did. It is October 17th. So October 17th, there will be another Post Malone.
Yep.
Or, I mean, another concert. This time it's Post Malone.
Which I feel like everybody's heard a Post Malone song, even if they don't know it or not. I feel like everybody has.
Yeah.
I just think it would be a really cool concert to see.
I just hope they do it better. Like the Tenacious D concert.
Well,
I feel like it had so much more potential.
Did they mess that up, though? Or was that on purpose?
I don't know. Like, I mean, they had like the curtain in front of them. I don't know. And the other problem is that a lot of these concerts are dark. You know what I mean? So it's hard to get really good VR camera, image quality and everything in dark settings. So that's another thing that's kind of difficult. But I mean, the technology is getting there. It's definitely.
And I said that I think a couple shows ago that the Liver, that app which has the theater productions, I couldn't believe how good it looked in low light. I really was surprised. That was the first thing I thought. Because it's all dark except for the stage where you're looking at. And it looks really good. I was really surprised with that. I was impressed.
So this will be cool. I'm not sure what time. I don't know if they gave a time.
I don't think I saw a time or anything.
Yeah, I know it's October 17th. So
yeah,
that'll be pretty cool. And talking about video stuff, I did want to mention this real quick, that Verizon had bought Jaunt VR.
Yes, they did.
Which Jaunt VR was one of the kind of early to the game of making the VR videos, the 360 stuff and experiences and stuff like that. They had a lot of technology and they really grew that technology a lot. And unfortunately, they kind of moved away from the VR space. I think it was in 2018 they announced that they were going to focus more on AR. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. They bought up all of the, as far as I know, the assets and the equipment and the technology and all of that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they do use it for progressing VR. I don't know what, their plans are.
I don't know if it's AR focused, VR focused, now that Verizon owns it. I have no idea. I can't see chat, so you got to
you see me over here looking at it.
I got my notes here. I'm going to have to keep pulling it up.
So just if you're listening, and you're not watching live chat too, they're kind of wondering about the coffee in a box. Some have never seen Coffee in a Box.
Didn't Justin Timberlake do a something in a box song with?
Not coffee. Come on,
that's what made me think of. Jeez. That was a funny song.
Yeah, they're saying it's sacrilegious. Some think it's amazing. So so it's all over the place.
We literally had no coffee pot here.
Right.
So we couldn't do the show without coffee. So I text Tyler it was last night. We were talking about stuff this morning. What time to be here? And I was like, "Do you even have a coffee pot there? Like, is there coffee there?" And he's like, "No."
I don't even
have furniture
here.
Oh man, I got to stop somewhere on the way there. So I saw this big box, and I figured,
Yep. I knew sheetz has great coffee, so it's kind of a.
I figured this could get us through. I figured that would be enough to get us through the day. So, I mean, is it like boxed wine where it's like the boxed wine is like low quality?
You can get serious quality box.
Oh
yeah, you can get competition grade boxed wine. I mean, come on.
That's funny.
Their coffee's great though. It is. It's great. It's good stuff.
I mean, we gotta do.
Absolutely.
Times are tough this morning. Times are tough.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta adapt to survive. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
It's good stuff though, and you mixed. I think you mixed two kinds, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, because they ran out of the one kind that I'm not sure what it was.
So you went with like a regular roast and then like a really dark.
Yeah, dark roast.
Yep.
So
it's good though. So I'm loving it. It works for me.
Awesome. So if we could probably go ahead and get into a little bit of the Vive stuff, the Cosmos stuff. One thing. The big thing that everybody had kind of an issue with was the battery life, and that was something that somebody said in a tweet, from Cosmos, that the batteries would last at least 2 hours. And now that some people are getting some hands-on time, on the controllers, I've heard some mixed stuff. Like I think Cass and Sherry said that they played for like an hour and a half or something like that, and their controllers were still fully charged. And other people have said, it's garbage, they're not staying charged. So, I mean, we're definitely going to have to open it up and get some firsthand stuff to check. I mean, just to see. I mean, I figure I'm just going to put some good batteries in it, and I'm just going to play. And I'm just going to see how long it'll go until it dies.
It's got to be the LEDs. It has to be. I mean, there's no getting around. I mean,
you're running two AA's. It's just crazy that Oculus touch controllers last so long on one AA battery.
I know.
I mean, especially the old ones. The old ones seem like they would last forever.
I'm trying to are those low energy Bluetooth?
The touch controllers? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
But I mean, they're using the infrared lights, instead of an actual bright light that shows out. And the other issue everybody's been having is the tracking.
Right.
I mean, if it's different light situations, if it's too dark, it's too light. If there's light coming in the windows,
and we talked about this before it came out. We kind of
because you're not using that IR light, you're using a bright light. And if that gets washed out, it's weird. So I mean, it seems like it's
unless you're in a dark room, I feel like it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, but I mean, some people have said even in dark rooms it doesn't. Like, you have to have enough light, but you can't have too much light.
Right.
And like I said, we haven't got to go hands-on with it yet. It hasn't even been out of its sleeve yet, opened at all. So we might have to do some kind of unboxing or something, check it out. I don't know. And we will definitely have, some more input on that. Unfortunately, we just ran out of time, so we didn't have enough time to test it. And really, we wanted to be able to talk about it a little bit more on this show.
Sure, and we'll talk about more in depth then on something after this.
So we'll have to get some more into it. But if anybody else has tried it in chat, I'm curious to see, what your guys' thoughts. I haven't looked up a ton about it because I don't really want all the spoilers either.
I know. I agree.
I haven't even watched an unboxing yet because I want to experience it.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's all part of it. Yeah. You can't recommend something if you already know what's going to be there. You know, it's all about first impressions. And now not everybody cares about how it's packaged and you know how it looks, but you know, when you're spending that much money, well, you can go buy a Quest for half the price almost. It better be nice. So
yeah, I don't know. I know. I'm not very excited about what I hear. The reviews coming through are not good.
Which really does surprise me, though.
Yeah, I mean, they really needed to hit this one out of the park. In my opinion, HTC needed to hit this one out of the park. They really did. And if they drop the ball, it's not going to be good for them. I mean, like you said, first impressions. You know, if everybody's getting this headset and everybody's talking about how not awesome it is,
right?
I mean, it's hard to come back from something like that.
And we've said this even about the Index.
I mean, this is their flagship thing right now. I mean, this is the one that's supposed to compete with everybody, compete with the Index, compete with the Rift S,
and they took so much time with it all too. Yeah. You know, I feel like they kept backdating this thing, not knowing even where they were going with it. So
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they gave up and pushed out a headset that was working. They just
felt they needed to get something out there.
Right. I don't know either.
So Jason in chat said it's the tracking. He said it's worse than PSVR. He said plus it doesn't work with most Steam VR games. So I can't remember if did you actually get one, Jason? I can't remember if you said you were actually going to order one.
I'm curious too.
Yeah. So.
I know he has about every other headset out there, so he may have one.
Yeah, so Steve Drumheller of Conquer Reality said, I don't get why people are up in arms on the batteries. For about $20, you can get a set of 10 rechargeable AA batteries with charger and essentially have unlimited power.
Sure.
And I agree. The only problem is if I'm in the middle of the game and I've been playing for 2 hours and I'm going for 3 or 4.
Oh, 6? We've gone 6, 7, 8 hours?
I don't want to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not 8, but we've pushed it up.
We've played contractors.
Limits, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we definitely.
So, but I don't want to stop to swap out the batteries. I mean, even on my touch controllers, and they last a lot longer than 2 hours, I still hate it when you get that low battery warning light and you're in the middle of something.
You're like
and
panicky.
You gotta, it's not fun. Like,
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of the swappable batteries. I would rather have the hot swap batteries than the rechargeable batteries on the Index, and a lot of people are the opposite, but
yeah,
I just don't want to change them all the time.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a valid point. I mean, you can get batteries aren't expensive now, but I don't know.
So Scion VR is saying the worst part about Cosmos is you cannot slide it close to your face.
And that is an issue. I love the flip-up design. I can't wait to try that out. And there's also some mixed reviews on that. Some people say it's still in the way, like it's not really real usable, and I'm sure some of that is everybody's face is different, head shape and stuff, so and it's going to be different for everybody. I mean, some people it might sit close enough to their eyes where they like it, other people it's too far, but they should have, I mean, they could have still made a flip-up design that can still go in and out. They should have done that. I mean, that's pretty standard now. The Rift S does it, the Index does it, unfortunately the Quest doesn't do it, but But I mean, it's on a premium headset. That's a $700 headset. They should have just threw it in there.
Sure, they should have.
They should have been there.
Yeah, it's some adjustable brackets and a knob. So
Jason had time with the review unit, so he's had hands on, so he knew.
Good.
Yeah. So.
Yep. So that's first person, and I wonder if Scion VR in chat too has it as well. It sounded like
I'm not sure who all got this. I haven't heard a lot of people saying that they were buying it, other than some YouTubers and stuff like that were getting it, but. And the VR Mang said, I'm backing out of considering Cosmos after Quest Link announcement.
Yep.
For now, $80 seems like a better investment for my use case, and I don't have much time to play VR as I used to. # daddy duty. So he's
I would
right.
agree.
I mean, I there's no way at this point in time, if somebody was just getting into VR, first headset, they said, what should I buy?
Right.
There's no way I could, even without trying it yet, just from what I know, from what I've heard, I couldn't recommend that.
Just from the specs alone.
Quest.
Yeah, exactly. Of what it can do.
Honestly, everybody that I've been preaching about VR to for a long time now, I'm pushing Quest on him even more now. You know what I mean? It makes sense.
I have no even somebody who hasn't tried VR is gonna love a Quest. Like that's the thing. So it's hard not to recommend.
Other than the weight and the comfort of the Quest, but there are workarounds. That's the
that's
issue.
Us coming from headsets that were very light, like a CV1.
Yeah,
we know the difference. So if you've never had a VR headset, especially, I feel like. They wouldn't know.
One of the perks right now, though, is that you are going to be able to soon buy the wireless adapter.
Right.
But you have to buy a $50 battery pack, plus a $300 wireless adapter.
I know.
So that's putting you, you know what I mean? That's a lot of money.
I know.
Tough.
I mean, we still don't know, if Index does come out with theirs here, what's it going to run? I mean, it may be a $299, it could be. I mean, what's TPcast? TPcast was $299.
It was around $300.
I think so. So that's probably going to be about the going rate for wireless for an add-on. But yeah.
So Steve XM said, "I want a new headset." He has a CV1. He's had that for a long time, and he said, "What do I get? Index with a question mark? I don't know."
Oh man, see, I do love the Index. To me is quality-wise for just the headset. It is amazing.
Yeah.
So.
The problem is, like with Steve, he doesn't have base stations or anything, so that's $1,000.
So you're $1,000 in, right?
It's a lot of money. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could almost go with a Quest.
The Index is still a great. The CV1 is still a great headset in itself as a standalone.
It's just the screen quality. The screen quality isn't quite there compared with everything else. Honestly, if it was me, I would probably wait till the Quest Link comes out.
Right.
I think I would wait and see reviews, see what everybody thinks of it, because I mean, then you could keep your CV1, you could have a Quest for mobile stuff as well as tethering it to your PC.
I feel like
you're gonna have better screens in the in the Quest.
And then you can,
instead of spending $1,000, you get a Quest and a Vive Deluxe audio strap. That's
true.
Because I mean, you need that. For me, I need the Vive Deluxe audio strap.
I know, and then you can still play stuff on the go. You can still play Steam games on it. You could still do all of that. I mean, if you want to go back to the CV1, then you could, and you still have a whole second VR setup too.
Right.
But again, you still have to have cameras on the CV1.
I mean, the Index is a great option too, though. If you're looking to spend $1,000, I love
the
Index.
It's hard though, because I still think the controllers are still this one little crutch that it has for me to recommend it completely.
Yeah.
I actually do like the Index controllers. They still don't compare to the touch controllers to me, though I do like them.
They're just big, bulky. Like I like them, and I like the fact that it has the finger tracking and stuff. That's cool, but I don't use it that much.
Right.
And I like the button. Like I like the tactile button on the touch controllers, because like when I'm playing contractors and stuff, sometimes
when it's on or off.
Yeah, like sometimes I grab
agree.
stuff and I'm not holding it tight enough, or I'm holding it too tight. Like I don't know. It's a weird. There's just so many different options right now that are. All of them have their benefits and all of them have their negatives. There's nothing right now that's just perfect.
It's more purpose. It's more what do you want to do with it?
Right.
If you're wanting to play, sim or flight sims, racing sims, you could buy a Reverb. I guess I would think go with a Pimax. That's just my preference. I don't know. I still like the Pimax.
I mean, there's so many options. There really is. And Alex VR said he played Asgard's Wrath at OC6 on the Quest with Link, and he said it was beautiful.
Sure.
And I've heard that. Like, people have really been impressed. Yep. The people that have tried it have really been impressed. So I can't wait to go hands-on with that, November.
I agree.
And try that out. So it's going to be a game changer. I really think it's going to be sort of a game changer.
And actually, for the price of the Link, I think it's actually pretty cheap, because we've actually looked into trying to source some cables and stuff. They're pretty expensive.
For the fiber optic USB-C cables, they're not really cheap.
Active, active, not passive, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's got to be the right one.
We don't know what all is going to work for sure yet or not. We don't know if it has to be fiber optic. I'm sure some of that will start to come out once it's enabled that we can use it.
Well, it's going to have to, because after you reach about that, couple feet mark on a USB, you can't pass the bandwidth through it. So
I don't know. We're going to have to test it out for sure. We'll definitely play with some different cables and see what.
I'm still worried about the bendability, but that's.
I don't know. Somebody said that somebody commented on one of the other videos where we talked about that the that high quality fiber optic USB cable can be bent and it's not an issue.
Sure, but I mean, but you look at our cables now. I mean, they get twisted. I don't mean bent; they get twisted. So that's where it starts to bother me.
Yeah,
I mean, we're abusive on them, so
we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we'll have to see when people start putting this thing through the paces and really using it, long hours. Because I mean, at the Oculus 6, people are only trying it for probably 30 minutes, an hour, or something like that. Even though you have a lot of people going through and trying it, but
I still think the Rift S is a great headset though too. I really do. I mean,
the screens are night and day different. It looks a lot better than the CV1.
Sure,
I mean,
it does.
It does look good. I mean, it looks good.
It does.
But I don't know.
It's tough. I feel if they had this price break right at holiday on Rift S, I'd feel like I would pick it up. If you're just going to do PC gaming, if you really don't care about going other places with it and it's a little cheaper, why not? But I feel like the Quest just has so much expandability with customization.
And they're focusing on it. Just like hand tracking. I mean, there's all these things that they're going to give us on the Quest that they're not going to give us on the
the Rift S isn't coming too, right?
Yeah,
they're not getting
it's
it.
Just that's the focus. So, I mean, it's hard to not want to pick one. And I actually just bought a second one. We actually just bought a second Oculus Quest last week. So my wife's birthday is coming up. So we picked her up a Quest, and she's, oh my goodness, you're killing me. I don't know how I feel about this waitressing thing going on here. But anyways, we picked up a Quest for the wife, and she's been loving Box VR. And they are also doing a a questionnaire thing for Box VR, talking about what kind of music and stuff for the next packs and stuff that they're coming out with. So, and Panic at the Disco is out for Beat Saber. So
I need to pick that up. I do need to pick that one up.
We don't have the 360 tracks yet, but we do have Panic at the Disco. So awesome that some big name people are getting involved now.
Oh,
that's really cool.
Well, even like with these concerts and stuff, you know, I mean, the artists, or at least, you know, their agents or somebody has to sign on for it. So it's catching on places. And actually, what I'm seeing in articles lately, which is really surprising me, is all these companies, it's like once they try it and see what VR is, they're 100% on board. One of the, the developer of, I'm trying to think, I think maybe it was Candy Crush or one of the mobile games. They started in mobile. I can't think of the name of the company. I'm trying to think of his name. Anyways, they developed their first VR game was Bait. Do you remember that?
Oh, fishing game, right? I love that game on the go.
I forget. And then they did one of the Angry Birds. And I'm trying. They're the ones that just released the Acorn game, the squirrel one.
Akron, I think.
Akron squirrel, whatever it is. And he said the same thing. You know, they got into VR early because how much he saw the potential in it, and they were like losing money, and it really wasn't even worth it for them. But he knows that the potential's there, so they keep doing stuff and progressing in it.
And that's what's going to happen.
It is.
I mean, it really is.
Once people realize, developers see, companies see, it's just going to snowball. It really is.
So some of the stuff going on in chat, Tony Digital said, I'm not even going to try to search for another cable other than Link. I think the only problem with that is I don't think the Link cable is going to be available as soon as they enable it through the Quest. So you're going to be able to use the Quest with PC VR before you can get the actual Oculus Link cable. Unless that's changed, that's what they talked about.
That's what they had talked about,
So that's the only real reason I would see to do that. Because, I mean, if the cable, it's not going to be that much more expensive, I don't think, than what you can find something else.
Nor would I recommend. I wouldn't recommend
prefer
anybody to go outside because that cable is built to spec for what they want to do.
And I plan on getting one. It's just if I can't get it right away, I'm going to look for other stuff.
We just want to be able to show you guys how it works beforehand and give you the good and the bad of it.
But I'm definitely going to get the Link cable. That's for sure. And that's what I recommend once it's out for sure. But Steve XM said, why can't we get hand tracking on the Rift S? Is it not possible? And they talked about that. We talked about it, I think, on our last show. Gaming science teacher brought up the fact that they might not want to enable that for the Rift S because it closes out the people that still have a CV1. They still wanted everything to be on the Oculus PC store, playable on both headsets.
Right.
So that would alienate the CV1. I think that's probably one of the best reasons it's not going to happen. I'm sure it's possible. I know the geometry is different because of the camera placement. And they talked about enabling it some for developers to help with stuff. So I don't know.
That has to be.
I think it's crazy. But
I mean, I get it. I do get it now after we talked about that. I still don't know why they could enable it just for Rift S. I mean, that would give you a reason to upgrade from a CV1. I mean, eventually the CV1's going to fall off. I mean, eventually it's going to be outdated.
Well, they've already talked about not having replacement cables and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think it was, who was it? Was it Steve XM or Greg's VR? Somebody was trying to source a cable. Steve XM. Right. And actually, I wonder if he did ever get one.
I think he did get one. I think he was looking for a backup last I heard him say. But
yeah, I know. That's a scary thing. I mean, my cable on CV1 was kinked, but still works.
And Phil Yarn actually brought up a very good point. We were going to talk about that today. Dirt Rally 2.0 on Steam works great with Rift now. And it does. I tried that out the other day.
That's really cool.
Excellent. Awesome. I turned up all the settings. I was running on 2080.
Yep.
I cranked up the settings, and I also turned the super sampling up to 120%. I didn't mess with it any more than that.
Oh, really?
But I turned up, and it was running good.
Wow.
I mean, it looked awesome.
Cool.
I mean, it was changed. I mean, changed the game because we played it before, and it was playable, but it wasn't perfect.
It would almost give you a little motion sickness.
Sometimes, it was just
a little bit.
It just wasn't exactly right. It was still playable, but it wasn't exactly right.
Not super smooth.
Big improvement.
It took me forever to get it to run perfectly smooth on same thing, a 2080, but on the index. And I did get it running smooth, but it wasn't. It still then at the time wasn't perfect. So I'm curious to see if any of that's even changed too, if they didn't update to any of that. But
it'd be
check
it out. The only issue I've had, I was gonna put out a little video on it, and the only issue I had is I couldn't get it to not render both eyes, a double image.
Right.
I was trying to get it to just go to one full screen image. For some reason, I couldn't get it to do it on Steam. I don't know if Oculus, I'm sure, is different. I even tried playing on the Rift S and using the Oculus Mirror function.
Oh, right.
Still two double images.
Which,
yeah,
the mirror, I thought as long as you render the one eye, I thought it would, but yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. So I couldn't figure it out. I'm sure somebody else will that is better. That's definitely me. Maybe you can figure it out.
Yeah, I'll mess with it. Once I get all my stuff set up, I have a couple VR rigs sitting over here, so
I know.
I'm excited to do it up big down here. I'm like, I was telling him.
He walked me through the space down here. It's going to be really cool. I think you're going to try to do some videos of the process.
I'll at least try and take some early pictures too beforehand.
It's going to be
show
cool.
you guys.
It's going to be cool.
Yep.
So
it'll be
pretty
exciting.
awesome. And VR Mang said, I hope that Dirt Rally 2.0 works well with the Quest Link now. And from what I understand, I mean, it should.
I wouldn't see why not now.
I mean, as long as it works good with Steam, and I think it should work okay, hopefully.
That's awesome. I'm really excited. That's why we just want to get our hands on a cable, too. Yeah. And speaking of cables, Steve XM said, is anybody actually selling one? So in chat. Yeah. So if anybody has one, look them up on our Discord. You can find them there.
Yep, for sure. And Fluke Rogi just brought up that Dirt Rally 2 is on sale on Humble Bundle. So
oh, nice.
Great time to pick that up.
Yeah,
we actually picked it up on sale as well. That's why we got it on Steam.
Yep, absolutely.
And I mean, we wanted to use index headsets and stuff like that too.
Right, sure. Yeah, I still want the good visuals. I wonder if anybody's actually been playing that on the Pimax too. And how that runs. But, you know, it's so hard because that game is
demanding. Oh, yeah.
And then a Pimax
all
on top of it.
Games,
I know, it's so crazy.
All the Project
Sims,
Cars,
any
they're all,
sim.
they're pretty
X-Plane with all the textures and stuff, the Google textures loaded in.
True that.
I need to get back into there and check that out too.
So let's get into this game that I actually haven't heard a lot of people talk about, and this is Team Switch VR.
Yeah.
I believe the developer.
Awesome.
Yeah, I believe the developer is in chat. I know he said he was going to be here.
Oh, cool. Good.
I'm not sure who from the development team, but if they could go ahead and say something in chat and let everybody know who they are. But this is basically going to be as far as right now, it's going to be a one person in VR, almost like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Sure.
You're going to have members on the outside that are going to have information that you can't see, that are going to feed you information to help you perform your task. And they actually have a video on it that explains it really well. I feel like we should just go ahead and play this video. It's like 5 minutes, but they explain it so well, and it's going to be better explained than what I can explain.
It is really cool. Yeah, it does. It does look good. And this is is it on Kickstarter?
This is on Kickstarter. Right. We do have the Kickstarter link in the description. We'll probably go over a little bit of the Kickstarter too once the video plays, but I feel like it just...
I like any game that brings other people in, because every time I want to show somebody...
And they did talk about having a possibility of 2 people in VR down the road.
Sure,
like they talked about having a stretch goal maybe or something for that. So that's cool too. But this is going to be a great party game. But I'm going to play this trailer because I'm really excited about it.
And it's kind of like a detective, like figure stuff out.
Hopefully I didn't blow anybody's eardrums out.
Maybe a little. That intro was a little loud.
And actually, this is where we got our
thanks for accepting
thumbnail from.
Yeah.
For safety
Mr.
reasons,
Fox.
our identities should remain secret.
Virtual Studios, that's the developers.
And you, we shall call you Mr. Wolf. I'm the leader of a burglary experts team known as Team Switch. And if you're here, it's because we know you're the best in your field. Namely, how to say it, your ability to evolve discreetly in a highly monitored environment. Our purpose isn't to get rich. We're fighting against the largest mafia organization of all time, better known as Artemis Brotherhood. To end their business, the most efficient solution is to tackle their money. It's concealed everywhere in the world, safe in their own banks. We've located them, and we're going to burglarize them now. Therefore, we need your help. Your mission is simple, to get into the safe and steal as many objects as possible. However, you'll be given a limited amount of time to act, and you'll need to be careful to keep out of sight, otherwise you'll get arrested. Team Switch is an asynchronous cooperative video game, where each burglary will be unique because the game level is randomly generated. One player will be equipped with a virtual reality headset and will play the part of thief. Therefore, he will be the only person to see his environment and be able to interact with it. He will be equipped with many gadgets that will be essential for him to progress. Other players will provide remote tactical support, transmitting information that the thief will not be aware of. The team will rely on an instruction manual prepared by our security systems expert. Analysis, communication, and manipulation will be keys to a successful mission in Team Switch. A game is played in 2 phases. Phase 1, accessing the safe. You'll be teleported directly into the hallway leading to the safe room. But this corridor will be protected by several security systems. To move forward, you'll need to disable them successively. To disable them, you'll first need to find their control panel. There are more than a dozen, each with a unique operating mode. You'll then describe this panel orally to your team. Your helpers will then be able to transmit the manipulations to you using the instructions available in the manual. Each security system will require several exchanges with your team, and you'll need different.
I wish we had it in hand right now too.
The safe door will open after the last control panel is deactivated. Phase 2. Gather the loot. Once in the treasure room, you'll be alone in front of 240 lockers.
240?
Valuable object.
It's awesome.
It is up to you to recover as much as possible before the ending of the time limit.
It's like a smash and grab.
To this end, activate a teleporter vortex and throw any objects you find into it.
Nice.
These will be sent directly to HQ. You'll have to evacuate before the countdown ends. Don't forget to leave a business card to sign
the business card. I love that.
This is like something out of a movie.
It's awesome. It is, yeah. What is that, like Ocean's 11? That's what it reminds me of. How they're always talking to people back and have walkie-talkies and headsets. Yeah.
This score will then be shared with the whole world.
That's cool.
Able to compare yourself
I like that it is
have
competitive. Yeah,
and
that's cool.
Sorry, Professor, you didn't recruit the best. The guys from Virtual Studios require your help to conclude this project.
Yeah, they want to add gadgets and stuff
the game
too.
Is 40% developed, but the final steps to ascend are more difficult. They need more equipment to ensure the maximum compatibility of the game with all the VR headsets on the market. With your help, they'll also be able to enhance the game, creating more crazy gadgets and more surprising objects to steal, as well as more quality ambient music.
Is that a hoverboard?
Yeah.
With its unique gameplay,
I missed it, but yes, when I watched it earlier.
Other virtual reality games by its original cooperative aspect. We promise you to spend memorable moments with friends. If you like escape games, you'll adore Team Switch. Your financial help is crucial to unlock the enormous potential that Team Switch has in store.
That's awesome. Yeah, the hoverboard. Oh man, the hoverboard. When I saw that, I was super pumped about that from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Oh, I wish you could use it. That'd be amazing.
So I'm gonna pull up this. Let's see here.
People in chat think I'm drinking too much coffee. I don't think I'm going to make it through the show. This is normal. I usually fill a thermos.
I was thinking we should have got 2 boxes. For real. So this is actually a very reasonable Kickstarter. Their goal is just over $1,000. I
can't believe that, actually.
Which is pretty awesome.
I know. So, that's crazy.
I mean, they're right now at 240. I haven't refreshed this, so it might be a little bit higher. The link is in the description if you want to back this. So far, they have 18 backers, and there's only 13 days to go.
I know.
So, but I haven't actually heard a lot about this game. I mean, this isn't something that I feel like is getting a lot of publicity. So we wanted to try to help get this out there.
And I think anything that involves people and brings them in.
Right. I mean, this is a great party
game. It's a no-brainer.
I mean, this is like for parties and stuff. I think VR is awesome, but it lacks in the fact that most things only one person can really experience at a time. So it's really one person in VR while the other people laughing.
Unless you have more headsets, but who has multiple? You do. But I didn't mean that, but yeah, who really has multiple headsets like that?
Right. But I mean, it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, very reasonable Kickstarter, very reasonable, what they're asking for. Not a lot of time left, so really consider,
what is the game buy-in? What is the cheapest game buy-in?
So $10, $11 US basically gives you, gives you the game at half price. So you're probably looking around a $20 game once it's out.
Yeah, that's easy.
But there's all kinds of different perks on the site for what you pledge.
Yep.
I mean, and then like they said, they're already 40% funded, so they're not looking to fully fund this. They're just looking to help get that past that final stage.
Absolutely. So what platforms are these coming out for? Have they listed which platforms they're going to release on?
I
know some of the stretch goals had, I think, index support on it as one of the stretch goals, and so I wonder, and they are in chat, so I'm sure they can say, but what are like your initial launch platforms, I guess, would be my biggest question.
I believe it's PC VR and maybe, so here we go. So it is coming to Steam, Oculus, so it looks like Steam and the Oculus platform because it shows Vive, Valve Index, Windows Mixed Reality. Right. So I'm not sure about PSVR, and I'm not sure about Oculus Quest. In chat, he can probably
I know some of those were stretch goals.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it's going to be $20 on Steam, $10 Kickstarter price, or $11 depending on how the dollar amount translates.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it does, and people in chat seem to like. I agree. I think this looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Especially for a $10 pickup.
Yeah, I mean if you can get it right now, yeah.
Well, even Richie's Plank experience, like just for people to try, and you can't play with anybody on that. That's a good intro starter for somebody. So this at $10 to pick up now, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, it seems awesome. So.
I know. I actually haven't even given my pledge yet, so I need to do that after this too.
So, and Index controllers are not in the first release, so they're not going to be.
I did know that.
Yeah, so not in the first release. But.
Yep.
So he's getting bombarded with some questions right now.
Yeah,
so he said, and PSVR. So it is going to be coming to PSVR as well. So
nice.
That is awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
And somebody asked about the bomb disarm manual. I believe it's going to be a printed out manual. I'm not 100% sure. He might be able to answer that as well.
Well, or on a phone. I'm sure you can.
Yeah,
just
the
like,
manual on a phone. Just like that game.
Keep talking and nobody explodes. Right. For sure.
So yeah.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. See what's under the fact.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are wondering if it's coming to Quest. I think that's always the biggest question right now. And I would agree. A game like this, it needs to be on Quest, I feel like. Just because that's going to be your biggest selling point for party games and, you know, people
especially
picking
the
up...
wireless aspect, you know. And I'm
not
sure what the plans are for the Quest. I can't remember now.
He said Quest will be available later.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that does happen quite a bit. Quest comes a little bit later. Absolutely. It's a little bit harder development process.
Yeah, it has to be optimized. Oculus, you have to go through the approval process and all that stuff too. So I totally get that. And a lot of times if they can get a working game, then submit that.
Prove their
proof
their
of concept. Yeah, absolutely.
So definitely awesome. Gaming Science teacher said
that's awesome.
She's in. So really awesome. We really want to help kind of get them to that Kickstarter goal.
It's super fun. I don't know how they're not higher than this. That's what I actually
And I don't understand how it's not getting any more publicity than this. I feel like more people need to be talking about this game. It's a really cool idea, especially if down the road, you know, we could get two people. You know, if somebody does have two quests, I don't know
the co-op
like that, but
aspect of it.
Yeah, because it always adds when you got somebody else in VR. To me, at least, I love that. But even still, when you have that team, I mean, you're basically like a secret spy agent going in to rob these people, and you have the people in your ears, you know what I mean, that are in the room with you, and they're helping you. So they're basically your intel source back at HQ. I mean, it's really cool. We watch a lot of TV shows. My wife and I like these kind of TV shows, like White Collar and stuff. We really liked White Collar and stuff like that. And that's awesome. It's just cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think this is something she would like too. Like she likes the box VR games and stuff like that, but she doesn't get into a whole lot of just regular games.
Right.
Something like this, I could see her getting into a little bit.
So some of the things like they're saying in chat is, you know, Jim Hall made a good point is with a goal as low as 1,000, will people take it seriously, basically? And that's a good point. I mean, you know, people look to, you know, they want to back something that they feel is going to be a big game, but you know, right now, the developers, every developer is a 1, 2, 3-man team at tops at this point for games in VR. And some people do or don't know it. And for the most part, you get your larger games. But, you know, sometimes that's all it takes for, you know, somebody to develop a game because a lot of it is in their free time. And they need money to pay for assets and simple things. So it doesn't always take a ton.
He said, I'm alone with freelance artists. And I believe he did make a couple other mobile VR games. I can't remember now which ones. I know he could probably let us know in chat. That's cool. It's not his first game, I don't believe. So yeah, so that helps out too. He does have some experience. But
it does. But a lot of times these lead to, you know, and the more people that play it and the bigger it gets. I mean, just like, I'm trying to think, Richie's Plank experience. When it first kind of started and was being developed, it wasn't, you know, huge.
They've added a lot to that.
They have, exactly. And those things become big staples, you know, then. So
And like he said, he's 40% done. You know, the game's, you know, it's 40% there, so it's not like he's trying to fund, you know, he doesn't need 6 figures to finish this thing. You know, if he can raise, you know, that amount of money and finish this thing, awesome. I'm all about it.
Absolutely.
You know, and then make money from the sales of the game, you know.
And he's already showing what the game looks like, so we already know it's a working game.
Right, gameplay. I mean, there's gameplay footage in the trailer. So
exactly.
Pretty awesome.
Yep, I agree.
So
that is awesome. Yeah, VR Energy is in chat too and stuff, and we should have grabbed that. I forget. I don't know what somewhere it is here somewhere.
I did bring it so Tyler could check it out as well. But that is the battery pack that goes in the back of the Quest headset, and we did just put out a video on that. One of the things I said in the video was trying it out with the Vive Deluxe audio strap and stuff, and I did.
Oh right.
I tried it with the Vive Deluxe audio strap. Works great. It gets close to the adjustment knob, but it's still completely usable.
Interesting.
And I also tried it with the rear VR cover padding. In the video, I had that taken off. That works as well, and it actually works really good because because the
Pads
top
that.
strap, it has that Velcro that goes across the top strap for the VR cover rear padding, and you can run the cord through that.
That's awesome.
And so it really helps.
To
hold
hold the cords and
works
stuff in
great.
place.
Works great both.
See, that's
both
what the
ways.
Quest, just with all these accessories available, I feel like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And there's more coming. There's more coming. They actually, VR Energy actually has another product. I don't think it's available now, but it's actually a protective cover, and it actually goes on the outside of the Quest, and it is made for transport and stuff like that to help protect it. And it's it doesn't, according to what they say, it doesn't cause any kind of overheating and stuff like that. It's breathable, but it gives protection. So I mean, and I don't know what else they got in the works. I'm sure they got some other stuff in the works too. So it's really cool. So make sure you check out that video. The link is in that video description. I'm not sure if we put it in this one, but we can add that later. So
surprised you didn't have it. You don't have it over there hiding somewhere?
We were so busy.
It is cool, and I'm like, it has the Samsung batteries in it, which I'm not big up on the battery tech and stuff, but I mean stuff like that does help. Just that it's a name brand battery, you know what I mean? And not that batteries make a world of difference, but
I mean, it's Samsung battery,
exactly.
I mean, so it does have a 7,000 milliamp Samsung battery. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. The camera's kind of far away, but I packaged it all back up because I was bringing it down. So I figured Tyler could check it out. So there it is, and you can see in the video how to put it on. It goes on real easy. It actually adds a little bit of pad on the back.
I want to see what's it weigh. Oh yeah, it would add a little bit. It's not over
crazy heavy,
but
but it's enough to balance out the headset. It is enough to take off some of that front heaviness. I mean, it does. And I mean, there's other battery packs people use and stuff, but this is nice because it just goes right on. You don't have to jerry rig any kind of power pack on the back. It's comfortable. You don't really it doesn't hit your head uncomfortable. It's got the padding. It's pretty cool.
That's really cool. It is. Yeah. That's nice.
It's pretty neat. So definitely check that out if you haven't yet.
Man, I'm gonna have to pick that up now. Every time there's a new accessory that comes out, and that's what people always say in comments in the chat.
They said something about hurting their wallet.
I know, like, why do you keep showing us all these cool new things? Because you just want to spend money, and I totally get it. I do.
Yeah.
That is cool. I see how it goes, though. Yeah, that's nice.
It's pretty neat.
That is cool.
So for Team Switch, they said that they are going to have a playable demo. Hope to launch a demo at the end of the year. So hopefully a demo out at the end of the year.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that'll be awesome. Definitely looking forward to that.
Yep.
So, but yeah, check that out. That's really cool. Like I said, links in the description.
I think Lo-Fi is working on getting their video out too, because their Kickstarter just ended as well.
Their game out, yeah. I know he's been working on the itch.io stuff and getting all those links pushed out. Those should be coming here pretty soon.
Yeah, supposedly.
We've been in the latest build, I believe, and the demo the demo got kind of messed up, and some things got pushed back for that because of OC6 and stuff.
Yep.
So the demo didn't come out as early as
right. We kind of had an early build, so it wasn't like the menus weren't maybe as polished as he wanted and stuff like that. So he was trying to push out one that directed you a little bit.
He said to watch that will be coming here pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that in your email and stuff.
That's got to be.
And I actually just got my from MRTV from his Kickstarter. I actually just got my email to give my info to get my cup.
Oh, nice, cool.
So I can't wait for the MRTV mug. I'm really looking forward to that. That will be on the show. I'll be using that for sure.
I know. I want to get the other mug that we have, the one that has our signatures on the back.
Steve Drumheller has it.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe a couple other
Every
people.
time he posts like a picture in our mug shots on our Discord,
it's pretty awesome.
I always get jealous because I'm like, oh man, I need to get that one too.
And another thing I wanted to mention, I saw some pictures online, and we'll have to affirm this, but supposedly the Mammut touch grip controllers work on the Cosmos controllers.
That's right.
I saw a picture. I saw a picture where somebody had those on there. So I am going to try that out. And see
Which
if
we
those
did
fit.
say that early, that we thought they did look, the ergonomics looked like the same.
It looks quite a bit thicker, so I don't know how well it's going to, but I did see a picture of that. We'll have to reaffirm that. But
that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And I'm sure, and maybe they'll make an official one for it too.
Yeah.
I don't know how well, the Cosmos is going to do. We'll see. I'll hopefully get to test it out here. But
so did you see the new trailer and stuff for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, before we get too much into this, there was a lot of debate about when Oculus first put their trailer out, it distinctly said Oculus Quest on there.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, it's coming to Quest, it's coming to Quest.
Sure.
Well, maybe not.
Right.
On their page, I grabbed a picture. Let me see here. I grabbed the picture, and this is what they commented. They commented, the game is currently set for a PC release on Oculus Rift, with more news coming on other headsets soon. Right. So that was actually a mistake, I believe, for them saying that it was coming to Quest, because it's not initially launching on Quest. This is initially going to be an Oculus PC VR platform game.
I don't see this game running on, I don't know. I mean, we don't know that, but I don't know if it could run on Quest.
I think they'll probably do it. I think they'll probably have it on Quest, but it's not going to be right off the bat, which is kind of disappointing for for a lot of people because
but with Link coming out, do you need?
But not everybody has a PC though.
I know,
you know,
I get that.
That's the hard part. So
I know.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what they said directly on their website. That was a question that was asked, is what platforms this is coming to, and that was their answer. So there was some debate and some issues with all of that, and that is supposedly.
I know.
You know.
I know. I just don't see it running on Quest. Just visually where it's at. Yeah. I mean, they would have to turn it down so much. I think they could do it. They'll
probably have to pull some enemies and stuff out of it, and some zombies and stuff like that.
Red Matter did it.
Red Matter looked gorgeous, but there wasn't like enemies and all that stuff.
And a lot of assets and.
I don't know. Let's see what people are saying about that, but.
Excuse me.
Oh man, we didn't. Did you get Greg's VR's order? He ordered a. Let me see what he ordered. A hazelnut cappuccino.
I can't be making stuff right now.
The people in this, our coffee shop isn't quite up to snuff yet.
Not yet.
It's not there yet.
Nope.
But, we're still looking for. We're still looking to hire the right staff.
I'm looking at the coffee shop back here where you guys can't see. So
yeah,
that's the exciting part.
So this is actually gameplay footage of Saints and Sinners, Left 4 Dead Saints and Sinners.
Yep.
Their trailer, they give us these trailers that are not any in-game footage whatsoever, and it makes it really hard, to determine.
It is.
But this is actually gameplay footage of the game, and this is, I believe, from an earlier alpha build.
Sure.
So this isn't the final build or anything, but it does show you some of the game and what the actual gameplay is going to look like, and it looks pretty good. It really is a survival. This kind of reminds me of like the forest and stuff like that, where you're scavenging.
Sure.
You're picking up supplies.
Day to night.
You're picking.
Day to night. It's pushing that. He's got a lot of weapons and stuff like that too. He's working,
so you're definitely surviving. It is a survival game, that's for sure. So it looks pretty good though.
It does look good, yeah.
I can't remember when this is set to come out. Did I write this in here? So let me see. Release date set for late 2019, early 2020. I would say probably early 2020. They never quite hit their windows.
Well, right, that's true too. Yeah. The inventory system does look pretty good on it too. I don't think we don't have audio up on this one.
No, I turned it down so we can talk through it, but
it does. It looks good. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they could get it on Quest if they turned everything way back, but
I think they could probably do it. They've impressed us so far with what they've been able to do on Quest. But
I know. Yeah, every time something like Red Matter just looks so good,
and it's violent. This game is violent.
Right, it is,
even in the main trailer, it shows the axe in the head and pulling out. And there's a lot of violence in this game.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Yeah,
but it does look good. It really does.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely got potential. And we're getting a lot of different zombie games coming out. The Arizona Sunshine just got the DLC.
Yeah.
But this is I like those games. I really do. I think
they're
awesome
because it's
games,
something you get to experience that you would never be able to do.
And I don't love horror games. Like I really don't. But these kind of games give you enough horror to add to the immersion, I think, because I think the horror genre is one of the most immersive genres, I think. And it's just enough to give you that immersion without wetting the bed at night.
Well, right. I don't know, man. There's sometimes you dream of it, like playing Arizona Sunshine the first time.
Down in the mines and stuff.
Still, I know. It's crazy. But yeah, it does. It looks really good. It looks like the menus work really good and everything, and it looks fun.
It's got potential. It's got a lot of potential. But I was really excited to see some kind of gameplay footage.
Absolutely.
You get to see something of what we can expect.
Oh, for sure.
It's definitely always helps because the trailer was really nothing that meant anything.
Right. Trailers. Yeah. They're nice. It's exciting, but past that, I want to see what it actually looks like in hand. But
So that'll be pretty cool. I know. So hopefully it comes to Quest too. I know there was some debate over that, but as far as I can tell, it is not coming to Quest right off the bat.
Right.
So,
I get it.
Yep.
I know.
But.
Yeah, Graham Evans was saying you can run basically any game on Quest if you simplify it, and you can, But I think sometimes developers want their game to look a certain way, so it depends on how far they want to push that too.
It's hard to not be on Quest now. I feel like Quest is just going to be such a big platform. It's almost a necessity. You got to get on the Quest.
Yep.
And maybe that'll change once the link is out. Maybe enough people are going to pick up PCs that already have a Quest. Like I'm curious, like with Gaming Science Teacher, I know she doesn't have a PC VR headset. I'm curious if she has thoughts now of picking up a gaming PC because she does have the Quest.
Sure.
That's going to open up her library
especially
a whole lot.
With like even Black Friday coming. You're going to see some really good deals on VR rigs. So
and you don't need I don't know exactly how awesome of a rig, but as far as I know, it's going to have to be minimum spec rig, just like what the Rift S is.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you could get a medium spec, not top of the end.
You can $800,
yeah.
$900
And
probably.
Black Friday, I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes, $600 sometimes you
We've
can pick
seen
up.
a
I've seen them at
couple.
Walmart. I've seen some really good deals.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I am curious, some of these people that only have Quest, if they're planning on picking up a PC. I know I would be.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's hard not to. I would think that would be the next jump for somebody with a Quest, would be to go to PC gaming. And I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of people's mindsets are going to be. Unless they just want the total portability of something, and then it is what it is.
I mean, there's a lot of really good Quest games.
Yep.
And now we're getting a lot of the Go games coming over that, I got email for a couple games that I had bought on Go that I can get onto Quest now, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
So.
Scion VR was asking, have we played Into the Radius? Yes, we have played that. We've played it through. We had it a very early build, to where it was almost just barely walkable inside.
It was a little rough, and they've progressed quite. I actually haven't been in lately. It's been a little while. I need to hop back in there and see how it has progressed.
It does look a lot better.
Yeah, I know I know they've made a lot of improvements. I'm not sure where it's at right now, but it looks like it has potential. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool game idea.
To me, the controls were just a little finicky still.
Yeah, it had some issues, but we were real early. I mean,
I played it, I think, in between even.
Have you?
Then, but
we need to hop back in there. I know they've been working on it.
Absolutely, yeah. It does look good.
Surprisingly, a gaming science teacher said, "Nope, I'm good. No interest in a PC."
See, so there you go.
Yeah, so I guess some people just. And the Quest is a great product. It really is.
Absolutely, it is. Yep.
I mean, you don't have to have a gaming PC. It's just for us, And she probably doesn't play the same games we play.
Sure,
we like contractors and all that kind of stuff. Which a lot of that is coming to the Quest as well, but
it is.
So yeah,
we like very active games.
Yeah,
we like ones where we have to jump and dive behind stuff, basically. So, but yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but actually, I can't say that with No Man's Sky, which I haven't got to play now in forever.
Yeah, you've been this year. I mean, I'm excited for your move to finish up. Our move is definitely slowed down a lot. We still have stuff we haven't unpacked, but to get back into a space where we can just play a lot more.
Sure,
we haven't played together a whole lot. We did for a little while when No Man's Sky came out, but
so good. And that was right before. I know.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be getting into some better play sessions here.
Yeah, I can't wait. The space we're in now. What it's to
awesome.
become the play space. I'm just so excited. Really.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I've got some ideas. I'd love to do some drop down green screens and all the fun stuff. So yeah.
Looking forward to checking that out for sure. I can't wait to see what you do. So the developers of Scraper basically came out with a new game called Scraper Gauntlet. We do have a trailer for this. And I know Anthony from VR365 talked about Scraper quite a bit. He was a big fan of that. And the article that I know that I saw on Upload, they talked about it, and they weren't big fans of Scraper. They talked about that in their article, which was kind of crazy, but
I know.
So it's basically a wave shooter, though.
Right. I just liked all the attachments.
Yeah, that's what I thought was cool.
I think that's fun. I think anytime you put that interaction in right in front of you in your hands, I think that builds for a good game.
Yeah, I think so too. And it says it's an RPG wave shooter.
Right.
So
right. So I mean, maybe there's some story to it. Maybe there's some mission type stuff. You know.
It says it's a unique perspective to Scraper universe with a fresh twist to gore, gameplay, and mechanics.
Sure.
So, and this is from Labradec Studios. This is
it a little bit reminds me of Space Pirate Trainer.
Yeah, I can see
a little bit. That's kind of the direction that I feel that it takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it still looks fun. I mean, arcade stuff like that's great just to throw somebody in and
it looks cool. I mean, out of all the big stuff we have coming, that wasn't one that really grabbed me. Like, man, I can't wait for this. I think it'll be cool to check out, but it definitely has that kind of Space Pirate Trainer look. But I like the aspect of all the attachments.
I do too.
I
do like
that.
Cool. That to me is probably the biggest part of the takeaway from that video.
So that's pretty cool. What else? We actually have another oh my goodness. We're really gonna have to hire some help.
See, I know.
I can't. It's a good thing we live 500 miles away. I can't.
Yeah, right. High maintenance over here with my coffee. I know.
Refilling coffee.
It's so good. It's so nice having coffee in a box, though. It's great.
Coffee in a box. We need to write.
So good, and it's still warm. From what, 4 hours ago? 6 o'clock, right? 6 in the morning.
Yeah, about 6:30.
Yeah.
About 6:30. I picked it up. Yeah. I mean, it's got like some foil in the box that.
Great. That's
what was Penji that wrote that Quest song.
Absolutely.
We need her to write a coffee in a box song.
Right?
we need like an official song.
That's awesome.
For the show.
Maybe
she can hook us up. I'm not sure if she's in here. She does still stop in every once in a while, but still a big fan of that song. Anyways, we do have another Kickstarter that we wanted to talk about, and I've heard of this game in previous stuff. They've talked about it a little bit, but they actually started their Kickstarter now, and they've been pushing out some videos and stuff. But this is called Deleon's Legends VR game. This is a pirate VR game, basically.
Which looks cool.
It really does.
It's different from, what is it, Battle Wake, right?
Yeah.
It's Battle Wake, I feel, is more arcadey than this, where this is more sim. Not sim, but more of role play, I guess. I don't know. But it does look really cool.
I must not have got the video in here. Let me see if I can get this in here. Not blow out everybody's eardrums like I did last time I had to add one in.
I'm going to sit and enjoy my fresh cup of coffee my barista got me while you do that.
This morning was just crazy, for real. There's just so much.
The stuff we had to set up and do. And we just got the internet actually here yesterday, I think. And we're running at like 400 megs or something, which I'm coming from.
Yeah, you're coming from a lot less
Well,
than that.
I was 15, and then I just upgraded to 100 at my old place, and now I jumped to 4. And they said I have 1 gig here, actually, which is unbelievable. So
yeah, that's what I have. I actually have 1 gig.
That's crazy to me. I can't even believe it. And some people, I think it was on our Discord, were like, they're like, man, we have like 5, 10, and 20, you know.
Oh, we just got a super chat.
Uh-oh,
I might have blown everybody's eardrums out on that.
Blew my ears out, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually added this to the wrong one. So what was that super chat? Who
for the VR room updates? That's
nice.
Awesome. That's sweet.
Who is that from? I'm not looking at chat right now.
That is from VR Wife Life.
I think I know who that is.
That's awesome.
So the wife actually made a new YouTube.
Hey, that's great. Trust me, because the stuff, the ideas that I have, $5 is going to be a drop in the bucket, sadly.
Yeah. True that.
It's sad. Yeah, it's definitely going to come. I have ideas actually for a legit coffee bar, like no green screen, no nothing. So hopefully next time Sean comes over and we can do this together, we will literally be sitting at one. But I don't know how quick it's going to get done because we have so much other work in the house.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully it's coming. That's awesome.
All right, let's see if I got that added in here. And we just picked up a new subscriber.
Another sub. Well. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Nice. Appreciate that.
Yeah, glad to have you here. That's for sure.
So I'm probably going to have to resize this here.
There you go. See? You found it. Come on. Good enough. It does. It looks cool, though.
Yeah, so this is called Deleon's
awesome.
Revenge, I believe. No, Deleon's Legends VR game. And the Kickstarter should be in the link for this, or in the video description as well, the link for their Kickstarter. But yeah, this looks really awesome. This is an indie development team, though, but they talked about that it's not going to look like an indie development game. Like, they talked about, really having some AAA quality.
Yep.
Compared to...
Focusing on the polish and stuff, yeah.
Right, like,
that's
they're
awesome.
really... And so their goal is $20,000. I believe the Kickstarter came up pretty recently. I don't believe it's been up long. It has 41 days to go. They're only at $694, though.
Right.
So...
Yeah.
I mean, we did get Battle Wake,
right?
But this is completely different. I mean, this
sure
is first person. You're on ships, you're off ships. It is an open world,
not just controlling a ship. Do we pick up another sub behind us?
I don't know if that might just not went away.
It's floating back there. But yeah, this is more. I mean, yeah, you're living it, not just controlling a ship. I totally get that. Yeah,
this is like a whole new world, not just being on a boat. So
right. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, even sword play and stuff.
So it talks about being a dynamic world. It says the inhabitants of Deleon help bring the world to life. Realistic open world. The world of Deleon consists of a beautiful, remote, micro island surrounded by an expanse of rolling seas, all realized with graphic quality that rivals non-VR games. Each island in the chain has its own resources, mysteries, dangers, and travel between islands is free and open if you brave the high seas.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, this is an open world pirate game.
Sure, that's awesome.
I mean, that's something awesome in VR, I think.
Sure. Walk out on the docks, hop on a ship or something. That would be cool.
Yeah, and they talk about freedom of action. It says, do what you want, destroy the galleon, why not? Just don't assume it'll be easy. Explore each island, search for useful gems and objects, hunt, fish, or dive the reef in search of sunken treasure. And at one point in time, they show a shark. I know they have an image of it on the Kickstarter, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like
that reminds me of The Forest. When you go out to the boat and there's the sharks,
there's
dead
sharks.
Man. Well, no, there's real sharks.
You remember that game that we played that we were across from each other and you had to build like a bridge to connect to each other, and if you fell off, you fell into the water and this huge shark came up and ate you.
Yeah.
The first time I did that, it totally freaked me out.
What was that?
I can't remember what it was called.
I forget. It was something. Yeah, I forget now too.
But I mean, it looks really good. I mean, you can sail the seas. It says unique mechanics. You can run, jump, shoot, climb, throw, ignite things, fire cannons, swim, use a hammer to nail, to build. carve wood, split rock, decrust objects, sail. I mean, it's just.
I know.
This has a lot of
Does
potential.
look good. It really does.
If it delivers, a lot of potential. I mean.
Yep.
Really looks cool, and the graphics do really look good.
Chris Richardson said he backed it, which I
Nice.
agree. It does look good.
Yeah, this is definitely pretty awesome. I mean, even the water effect. Did you see the water effect where it splashes on the
Right.
that there, where it splashes on the screen?
Yeah.
You know, on your face basically.
Yeah, Fluke Rogi was saying that the skeleton looked like it moved way too smoothly. That maybe it was animated. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he's referring to. But...
I mean, I just came across
yeah.
their actual Kickstarter and all the video and stuff the other day, and I was checking it out, and I was like, man, this really, really looks good. So, it's still got a while on Kickstarter,
sure.
40-some days.
Sure.
But you see that spider?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That would be freaky.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has a lot of potential. I'm really excited about this.
I agree. That does look cool.
I mean, I love the open world stuff anyways, so, I mean, to be able to explore these different islands, and I don't know if this is going to be multiplayer. I can't remember if they're going to have a multiplayer aspect on this.
Man.
They need
Yeah,
to.
I see what he's saying, too, about that skeleton, how it's moving.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff.
it looks
And it could be
really,
like an
really
NPC type deal or something, too, where it's, animated as you come up to it or something. But, yeah, it does look cool. I like the cannon, where you can turn the cannon and light the fuse on it. That looks cool. That looks really cool, actually.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Definitely has some potential.
Yeah, it does.
Multiplayer option. Right now, the first chapter will sadly not have multiplayer. The cost of supporting, keeping the servers running, and adapting, adding a multiplayer option is too much for us at the moment.
Sure.
So multiplayer support will all depend on how financially successful the game becomes for us to develop it.
Absolutely,
If
I
the
get
game
that.
becomes successful in the future, we will add it in. So
that's nice.
I hope for that.
Yeah, so they're not against it,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yep. Oliver said not coming to Quest. But yeah, I wouldn't. Not if they're pushing for AAA graphics and stuff and being if it's a smaller team, there's probably no way.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't
you can
see
play
that.
it with the link.
That's true.
Yeah,
if you have a
should be
PC,
playable
you
with
still have
link.
to have the PC. I know. There's
Yeah.
so many options right now. That's why it's so hard to recommend headsets. I totally get that.
They talked about support for the Valve Index. We will add support to it like the Valve Index, but currently Rift, Vive, and Microsoft Windows Reality headsets are fully supported. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
pretty cool.
That is cool. That's really cool.
Let's pull up this page here. So this is the Kickstarter page. Link is in the description. 41 days ago, 19 backers, $20,000 goal. I'm not sure what. Let's see here.
Yeah, so Fluke Rogi was saying that he meant that it looked like somebody else, like it was being motion captured, like it was a second person.
So yeah, maybe.
And it could be. Yeah, that absolutely could be.
So let's see what gets you the game. So $35 gets you a digital copy of Deleon Legends on your platform of choice: Steam, Oculus Store, backer updates, exclusive game wallpaper.
Yep.
So for $35 you get the game.
Yep. In
Which is
June
pretty cool.
2020. So
Yeah, summer 2020.
Yep.
Yep. So they have all the details on the page. Definitely check it out. I think it's really cool. It's
Yeah,
one
I
that
do too.
excited me. Especially the fact that they are not against adding multiplayer support.
And it's open world.
Yeah,
I like
anything
anything
open
that's
world,
like
I know.
explorable, open world, where you can do your own thing. You're not, piloted down a course.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just going sailing different islands and checking out what's. I mean, that's
know.
almost like No Man's Sky, but you're flying to other
True.
planets. I mean, you're checking
Yeah,
out.
you've got
I mean,
islands.
That's
I
one of
get
the big
that.
draws for me
Yeah.
about No Man's Sky. That's what
Yep.
I like about it so much is just that open world aspect. You do whatever you want.
Yep.
You
I
can
get that.
explore whatever you want. That's awesome. To
I know.
me.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of piloted down a trail, Pistol Whip coming soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that.
We talked about that a little bit. That
I
is,
can't
what is
stop
the
thinking
date on
about that.
That was in my notes from last.
Oh,
so
so good.
November 7th.
Yeah.
November 7th.
Yep.
And that's going to be cross-buy, I believe. Yeah, cross-buy
so
with
cool.
Rift and Quest. That's going to be the next super hot for sure. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's going to be the next. And I
I do
believe
too.
there is I think it was Gaming Science Teacher put out something on Twitter about Super Hot having a demo on Quest now. There is a demo for Super, that's definitely one they should have a demo for. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that should have been out of the gate,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean,
but-
they had Beat Saber. And,
right. That had a demo. That's
yeah,
true.
A couple other ones.
Oh man, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was for Pistol Whip. Remember? Now it's been probably tons of episodes ago. The cable support from the ceiling. Do you remember that?
You talking about the bungee system?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the
Coming from the
Kickstarter for
ceiling?
basically
Yes.
your whole body was in a bungee
Yep.
system. Yeah.
So wouldn't that be awesome for Pistol Whip?
Oh man, that would be
Oh
insane.
man, that would be so good.
I could see that.
Because you
I
would
could see
always
that.
be centered. You would always come back to your center, and you
Yeah.
could jump to the side and stuff. Oh,
You could jump to the side.
Oh.
You could do matrix moves where you just fall back on
that'd
your
be
back
so
and pop
good.
back up.
Oh, man.
Okay. I might be sold on that whole device a little bit more now, depending on the game. I
could rig that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You really could do it yourself.
Oh,
I mean you could rig.
Sure.
I mean you can get the
I already
strap
have
system.
I already have a harness.
Climber.
I have a climbing harness. So
yeah,
there you go.
So yeah, you might have to do that. I'm down for that video.
Oh,
let me know. Let me know when that video posts.
Right?
Cool.
Me too. I want to try that.
That would be awesome for that game. So.
Gosh, that would be cool.
Oh man, and hopefully you're paying attention to chat.
I see that. I just saw that too. Right?
That is awesome. Alpha keys for day to night. Jason just gave out one of those. So
that's awesome.
Check that out. So he's been working a lot on drop in. So that's been his focus now a little bit, I think. Yep. But he still has 2 games.
Which
awesome
he just
games
sent me. He loves to tease me like this. He sent me a link while we're live on the show earlier to something new, and I'm like,
I know. I
know
see
his
stuff on
good.
the Discord a lot. It's we are definitely having him on. We are going to have him on at some point once he gets closer.
Once he's ready for a true beta release and stuff. I can't wait to show some of that stuff off.
He showed us a lot of stuff about that game that's coming. That's one we're really excited about. Drop in and day to night.
Oh, drop in looks so good. The parachute stuff that he's got going on now. I want to try it. Like, come on, Jason. Like, you gotta let me in there, man.
I believe he said he told me not too long ago that it was coming pretty soon. I believe before the end of the year was a beta.
Oh, it's so cool. I know.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. I hope we can get the. So Jamie Science Teacher said, I hope we can get the Orbis VR demo on Quest, which I feel like they need to do a lot of demos.
I know.
I mean, the demos really do help.
What does it hurt?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, it's just a short demo.
Absolutely.
Because if you can get somebody hooked, sell them something else. I mean, why not?
Yeah, because if you don't know if you like it, you're probably not just going to go on a whim and buy something.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people do that. Some do.
Yeah.
I know the VR man likes to buy everything that comes out.
I mean, the nice thing is they do have the return policy, but I
True,
feel like for them it's less
You're
headache,
right.
though, if you can just do a demo and if somebody likes it. I mean, if somebody plays a demo and they like it and they buy it, there's probably a lot less chance they're going to return it.
Oh, right. True.
If
and give it a bad review
demo,
or something.
Yeah, and they already know what to expect.
Good point.
But I don't know.
Yep.
So
PD's just joining us. Paradise Decay in chat.
He's late. We still got a little bit of boxed coffee left for you if you want some coffee.
Good.
We still have
good.
We still have a little bit
It's
left.
still warm
Tyler's
too.
been putting a hurting on it, and I think I've.
You're slacking on your coffee game lately.
I got to run this whole thing. I got this really important object, this mouse right here.
Yeah, right. This thing will run itself, right?
It's pretty awesome. But.
Yep, it is good though.
It is good. So the other thing, which just to get us into the holiday spirit a little bit. And I think we might have to do something special for a holiday 2019 stream. Maybe a elf and a Santa Claus outfit.
Ooh, there you go.
Something crazy. But I came across this on Steam, and there is no trailer for this.
Oh, I know.
There's just some images. But this is called Santa's Visit.
Yep.
This is a VR game that's on Steam that is coming that you're basically Santa Claus, and you basically have to sneak into these environments. And from the images, it looks awesome. I don't know if these are like photo scans.
I don't know either. I know.
But it looks like it. And it also talks about being able to test out the toys. So like you can actually play with the RC car and stuff like that. Awesome. I just thought it was kind of cool looking. I kind of wanted to talk about it before we get too close to the holiday season.
Even the lighting.
Yeah, the reflections.
I don't know.
I don't know if this is in game. I don't know that it's going to look that good in game. There is no trailer, but man, that is impressive.
I know.
Yeah, it looks really
cool.
they
could be. I mean, they could be using, I don't know, photos and then teleport maybe. It could be the case, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, we haven't seen any gameplay footage. It's just that.
It does look cool.
So, basically, on their Steam page, it says, all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a... Well, okay, you definitely are stirring. Take on the role of Santa Claus during Christmas Eve delivery run and personally play test the gifts. Can you choose the perfect gift for each member of the family?
That's awesome.
So, I'm sure it's just going to be kind of like a mini game.
Yep.
But,
I think it was last Christmas they had the snowball one. Not this developer, but remember that there was a snowball throwing. Was that 2 years ago?
Oh, that was old. Yeah, that was back on the original Rift.
Oh man, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that talks about a release date of November 1st is what they say. I just thought it looked kind of cool.
I love any holiday stuff.
Yeah,
or I mean, just the theme stuff. Yeah, it gives you something different to do. I know contractors had their, but they're still playing on it. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but
yeah, that was cool.
Question from chat is from PD. He wants to know if we have boxed milk and sugar as well. So
and a box spoon. We did get stir sticks and a little plastic thing, but I had to buy a regular thing of milk for the coffee. I did have to do that.
I think he did miss the my new house. He didn't see that. I don't think.
Want to show him?
Yeah, you could show him. Sure. Yeah, we'll throw him a bone here since he's late to the game.
So this is after we turn the green screen off.
Yep. Horrible.
So ridiculous.
It's nice though, man. Ridiculous. There's a nice breeze.
Yeah. The windows are all busted out. What do you expect?
Oh, it's horrible.
So awesome.
Anyways,
yeah. So, talking about short experiences, though, if you haven't played the what was the bodybuilding game? What was that called that we showed the trailer of last time?
No, I can't think of it.
I can't
I'm thinking, in my head, I visually what you guys may see here later.
Yeah.
Beach Body Bros.
If you haven't checked that out, it's like a 4-minute video. A 4-minute game, little game experience. It's hilarious. So we talked about that last time, but we might have a little something special out for that. Hopefully, if we get the time, if we can put it together. It's a busy weekend. I'm actually back in Ohio this weekend for a class reunion, so that's what I have to go to tonight. So I guess it was a good reason to come back.
Maybe you could go to your class reunion. Never mind. Well,
I'll do a couple Beach Body Bros workouts before I go. Let's just say
exactly. That. Oh man, I can't.
Oh, good times.
It's horrible. I am making a dent. This is good coffee.
Yeah, it is good.
Sheetz
I'm
does
not
have
filling
some
you up
good
anymore,
coffee.
So you better sip on that.
Oh, come on. I'm almost empty on this one, too.
Awesome.
Bad.
But I think that's pretty much all we had for today. We had some. So definitely check out those Kickstarters, though. Those Kickstarters, Team Switch. They don't have a big goal. So if you missed that part of the episode, you'll have to rewatch. But check out Team Switch. That is. I know.
I can't believe that. I get the point of people may be scared of a game that doesn't take a lot, but. It doesn't. When you have a small team or one or two guys, it doesn't take that much.
$10, $10, $11, you can pretty much pick up a copy of this game early.
Yeah, it's
and
not really a big
the
risk.
Team.
$10,
it's pretty awesome.
That is. And it does look fun just in the fact that you can have other people play with you.
Yeah.
What was the release on that? Was it?
He sent a demo out later this year.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably be a 2020 actual release, but
sure.
Yeah. So he said he's 40% done, so it's not like he's getting there. So
absolutely.
Shouldn't be too bad. And I think we're gonna go ahead and probably open up this Cosmos after the show and check that out. So
unless people want us to do it now. I know you want to wait. I know.
Well, I mean, we could. It's just we might have to move some stuff around. Maybe we'll do another live stream where we'll just record it and pop it up. Most people have probably already seen the unboxings of this, anyways.
Sure, I get that.
Probably already checked that out, just not us. So.
I want to see it. I know I still haven't watched the video myself yet either. So
Ian Hendricks just tuned in, so we're almost about ready to wrap up the show. So it might have to be a rewatch, but we definitely appreciate you being here and checking it out. So.
Appreciate any likes too. They were debating that early in the show, and I said, if you like it early, you can always take it. You can always return your like.
Somebody said, "Is it wrong to like before the show even starts?" And you can always do that. Like you said, if the show starts and you hate it, you can always change your mind. That's for sure.
Absolutely. We hope you don't. I mean, we try and bring you guys everything that's going on, in the past week and stuff. If you missed, we give you a little catch up on everything.
Yeah. So Dewey Donovan actually has a really good point. He said, seems like the only thing that will make the Cosmos something premium is if you're going to buy the Steam VR add-on, eye tracking, and the wireless, which turns it into the cost of an index.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, they do have the eye tracking module that is coming and the wireless capabilities. So, I mean, if they can do the foveated rendering with the eye tracking, that's
But if
pretty
the
cool.
headset still doesn't work and the tracking still doesn't work, is it worth it? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out here shortly.
I know.
We will find out.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm excited to feel the build quality of it, too.
Yeah. I'm curious to feel the controllers, the heft of the controllers.
Sure.
They're going to be heavier. The second version of the touch controllers definitely feel cheaper than the first version of the touch controllers. So I wouldn't mind a little bit more heft and a little bit more, quality feeling controller. But
I know.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel mixed.
get it.
I don't know about this thing. It's like a box of randomness just sitting there that I don't know if I'm going to love it or hate it. I have a feeling it's not going to be something I'm going to pick up very often, but
I know, right?
We'll find out.
I know.
I don't even know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know. I mean, if it works as terribly as what everybody says, then I'll probably look into returning it. But if it's, I hate to have to do that. I mean, I don't know if I'd rather, if I don't want to keep it, if I sell it. My original thought was if I love it, and I was hoping I was going to love it, is that I would sell one of the other headsets. Maybe get rid of, because I still have my CV1, a Rift S, an Index, a Quest, I mean? Maybe get rid of the Rift S, go with the Quest with the link cable.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but
I'm
scared I'm not going to love it.
If it's not everything that I guess they promised, I wouldn't feel bad, but
I mean, if the tracking doesn't work,
right, exactly.
And that may be something that they can help, fix with software. I mean, we saw that from Oculus. They did improve the Rift S tracking after the fact with the software update.
Yeah, absolutely. Which improved it, tenfolds from what it was.
I think the problem is the way they're using the tracking with that bright light. I think it's just hard without the, it's hard not to let that get washed out and stuff with light coming in. We'll have to see. I don't know.
It's hard. I get that. Yeah. But I mean, Oculus is dealing with it because they have hand tracking. and that your hands don't have lights on them and stuff, and they're tracking all that. You know what I mean? So, so look at that difference in software alone. So
that will be interesting to see how well that works in different lighting situations. Actually, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to have some pretty good light.
And a lot of people with the Rift S, they get the IR light. You know, you can buy an IR light on Amazon for pretty cheap. That'll put that out and.
Sure.
You know, maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I totally get that. See. I think some people were wanting to see it in chat. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's true. We do have like 77 people right now watching. So if we get 77 likes, maybe we'll open it. How about that?
Ain't gonna happen.
That's me. No.
That ain't going to happen.
No, that's all right. See, that won't happen. So you don't have to
maybe
open
we'll
it
just
yet.
go ahead and put a video up after. We'll just check it out because we'll move all this stuff out of the way and we'll
there you go.
make some space.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. But I think that's pretty much all we have for today. I think we pretty much covered all of our topics. We should be back here next weekend around the same time. Usually every weekend, usually Saturday mornings. We usually try to start around 10:30 Eastern time. So we will definitely be back here next week. And keep an eye out for a couple special videos. We got something maybe possibly that we might throw up here that should be interesting. I
really can't. I get so excited to show you guys stuff, but I want to tell everyone too, but I can't spoil it because
surprises are fun.
Then you're gonna like.
Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button. We got some cool stuff in the works, and we love doing this show. You know, it's just a lot of fun. We love having everybody in chat and being able to interact with them. It was a little bit harder to watch chat this time.
And all the developers too. We're glad everybody
to them,
absolutely and joins us in chat and actually answers questions for everybody who joins us live too, which is awesome.
Virtual
really
Studios is here today. We definitely appreciate them.
VR Energy was in chat. So
Yep, we definitely appreciate all of that.
We do.
Support.
Yep, for sure.
It means a lot to us.
Yep.
So,
yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Yep.
Good talking with you guys. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all we got.
I think so.
So we will see you guys maybe a little later today or next weekend. Just keep an eye out. We'll see what happens.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens. All right,
guys. Yep. We'll see you back here or see you in VR.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here.
Later, guys.
Later.